Well, good morning and welcome to another edition of From the Shore, the official online video of Skaneateles, the Skaneateles Journal and SkaneatelesJournal.com. I am editor Jonathan Monfiletto.
I'm reporter Christopher Malone.
And we're back. We took a little Independence Day holiday last week from the video, but we're back with kind of a two-for-one deal. I got last week's paper with both Skaneateles and Marcellus graduations on the front page, and Chris has
This
week's featuring the voyage of the Barbara S. Wiles mailboat. Now that was a neat story to cover. Let me tell you, if you've ever been on either the Barbara S. Wiles or the Judge Ben Wiles, both owned by Mid Lakes Navigation, the Barbara S. Wiles is called a mailboat, and for obvious reasons, because it is a boat that delivers mail to people around the lake. It is one of 54 chartered, registered boats around the country that deliver mail through a contract with the Postal Service, and as well as obviously a tour boat. So photographer Sarah Condon and I boarded it last Wednesday and went down the lake and watched them deliver mail. It's a neat process. They kind of people come out to their docks, or if they're not out there yet, the captain blasts the horn to see if they come out, and then there's another guy that climbs over the bow and hangs over the edge and hands people their mail and hurries to get back before he falls off, I guess. But so check that out. It's this week's centerpiece.
One of those small little things of a community that you really appreciate.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, and they made a lot of references to the days of the steamboats during the trip, and it kind of is like a symbol of that era.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not a steamboat anymore, but kind of a remainder of that kind of classic era, the good old days, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Independence Day, you were pretty busy having fun, so to speak.
Yeah, had a lot of fun this weekend. Let's see. Saturday I ran the Teal, There's a Cure, the Maureen Teal, There's a Cure for ovarian cancer research and awareness. And this is the 7th annual event, and this is the first year it was named after Maureen's honor. And it was fun to participate. Kevin, one of the brothers who helps organize the race, he participated as well. This was his first time, and we got to talk afterwards, and he said that, this was the route that he normally took when he was on running, and a conversation between him and his sister that, they were walking through Tip Hill and figured, this would be a great cause to do a race to raise awareness for ovarian cancer. And it was a very positive tone that he said that she took. Even if there was 100 people and they raised $100 a piece, that's $1,000 that the ovarian, wow, I'm at a loss for words, that ovarian research would not have. So it's a great cause.
Yeah, sounds like. So how did you do?
I did fairly well. I did 26 minutes and 34 seconds, which is about an 8.5 minute mile.
Okay.
Better than I thought it would
be. That's pretty solid. Yeah.
Didn't really run at all to prepare at all during the week, but
Hey, if you had, you could have been, because if you've seen the paper yet this week, although it just came out today, so you probably haven't.
Yeah.
He included the top 5 runners of males and females. So maybe if you actually had a run, you could have been in the top 5.
Yeah. If I were trained properly.
We're still very happy and proud of your effort, of course. So.
It's great to participate. It's a great event. I had a ball, and I can't wait to do it next year. So
maybe I'll do it with you.
Good.
Maybe.
I
don't want to make any promises on the video. We do that, make a habit out of that too much, I think, but we'll see. So what you got coming out in next week's paper?
What do we got coming out in next week's paper? There's a lot going on. A lot of talk.
It's summertime in Skaneateles.
Yeah. We have the Lavender Festival coming up. That'll be this weekend, and then next week we have the Curbstone and Duck Dash as well. What else we have going on?
Well, of course, this weekend is also the Skaneateles Library's book sale at the Village Hall, and the Antique and Artisan Show, which I'm pretty excited about. Actually, I previewed it last year and didn't get to go for whatever reason, but I previewed it again this year. Got to actually talk to some of the vendors. One of the new vendors is actually a couple out of North Carolina that does sports memorabilia, but not just any sports memorabilia. I was talking to the guy. Basically, he told me nothing after 1930. So really vintage classic stuff. And I'm kind of interested. It's the first time I've ever had something like that. So I'm interested to see just what he has. It'll be neat. And the library book sales, of course, always a hit.
Yeah.
And
books.
Yeah, who doesn't love books? Books are
I
great.
know. Books are
and
fantastic.
of course, all the proceeds support the library. So
Yes.
again, win-win situation there. So.
Yeah, I have to wean myself away from the books because I have a bad habit of picking up a couple.
I do. I have a habit of I'll buy books. I'm like, oh man, that looks good. And I have the best of intentions of reading it, and then I
You
just
eventually do read it.
have a backlog of books. So
Yeah.
I just need to get some reading done first. But I wanted to talk a little about some local election news. In last week's paper, we had the announcement that Jim Lanning, who is a Skaneateles village trustee, is going to run for Skaneateles town supervisor, which is interesting. He just got reelected supervisor, reelected to trustee. Wow, I don't want to start any rumors. In March's election, and he told me that while he was out on the campaign trail for that election, he said, well, a lot of people told me, hey, I would vote for you, but I don't live in the village. I live only in the town. So he said, well, hey, why not give it a chance, see if I have the support? And he said he looks forward to talking about the issues and having a good spirited campaign. So we'll see. Of course, he'll face off against incumbent supervisor Mary Sennett. That's kind of the first official news that we know of as far as the town elections coming up. But of course, we also will be covering the Onondaga County Legislature race in District 6, which covers Skaneateles, Marcellus, Spafford, Atisco, and part of Camillus. I talked to Susan Sherman last week. She is the Democratic candidate for that seat. This afternoon, I'll talk to Mike Blachocki. He is the Republican incumbent. So it'll be interesting to talk to them. It'll be the first time the Journal's covered the county race. In depth now that we've expanded our coverage area, so look forward to that. So
definitely, it's nice to be put.
Yeah, it really is. We enjoy
little
it.
paper, big voice.
That's gonna be our new slogan. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
A little paper, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think that's about all we got for this week. That I have anyway. I don't want to speak for you, of course.
Yeah, I'm pretty much all set. I mean, I also did the Red, White, and Brew Festival.
Oh yeah,
just really in brief, I did a blog post about it, but the Sherwood Inn had their first annual. I'm gonna say annual because it was fun. It was great. A lot of people showed up for a holiday weekend on a Sunday, even though people are coming in and out and essentially leaving after the long weekend. But they had live music, food. They did the grilling, so you didn't have to, and good amount of people came. Yeah,
cool.
Bring your own chair, camp out. Well, not camp out, but hang out, sit back, relax.
Cool. Well,
I don't think they'd appreciate people camping out.
Have you tried?
No.
Hey, you guess you never know until you try.
Yeah.
On that note, of course, you can check out these stories and more on SkaneatelesJournal.com. And you can follow me on Twitter at @scan_Monfiletto.
And _Malone.
Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the week and weekend when it gets here. Thanks for watching.